Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Beats weather. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tight end now in motion. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope? Maybe, David.
It means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year, so you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got his man. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw. It's Fleck. Got his man quickly. There he goes. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Dumps it to the back. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take just a second to talk about Oregon. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's flat. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Toure. And they get him down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The corners are walked up tight.
quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's Terry. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Handoff to the single back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat. Turning it on! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's flat. Firing to the right, complete. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Right. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're working that left side. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They just keep firing. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, get that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the single back. At the 35, he's open. He's up to 51 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too.
There he goes. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this, and I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Sharks circling, crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Smashes through the tackle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got...
And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. The fake spike trying to catch the defense napping. Quarterback desperately trying to get it off, and he cannot, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. And do you think there will be second guessing about passing on a field goal try? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find...
Oh, he's got some space. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Yeah, a nice effort by the running back. Way to get some positive yards. Nice play call. Still short, though, right? Now it's 4th and short. Decision time. It's not a decision. You're going for it. But what play do you want to run to go for it?
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
To the air, it's flat. Fakes to grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. The short hands. It's strong. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He got a step and just dusted the field.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by... What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
Hits the afterburners. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Gets rid of it. Converts on fourth down. Still going. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And that was one of those, gotta have it. I mean, it's a fourth quarter, fourth down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the...
And he will score! Touchdown, Oregon! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The Rebels want to move quickly.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Fleck. Caught in the backfield, it's Paul. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab past the marker. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the 1st down.
And I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Fleck. They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. This drive was moving along nicely, but now the 9th play brings up 3rd and forever. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's strong. Finds a crease at the 20. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. It's good! A walk-off field goal, and what a way to start the season! How much fun was that? And you just dream of having games like that every time you go into